The Stick Man. This one comes at us from Phantom Pen. It's told in the perspective of a guy that's recalling an event from his childhood. When he was 10 years old, he was hanging out with his friend John. They were at his friend John's grandpa's house, which was located on a old Native American reservation. And one day, our nameless main character sees some kind of bizarre-looking creature, which at first he thinks is a deer, but it's not. This seems to freak out John's grandfather, and John's dad arrives, and and his grandfather informs them that they're gonna have to stay there for the night after discovering that our nameless main character had seen this mysterious animal. Well, eventually, our nameless main character goes outside at some point during the night and is basically face to face with this thing. Now, this is kind of the brunt of the story. This is like the meat, the big climax. And nothing really happens at this part. John's grandfather manages to save our main character from this weird thing. And we never really find out what it is or what its intentions were. Although we can assume it was probably going to do something bad. It's worth noting that our main character and his friend John had actually found a few dead birds in the woods. So, whatever this thing was, it probably wasn't good. But the rest of the night is just them kind of having fun and trying to forget about what they saw. And that's kind of the whole story here. And, well, this one is okay. I feel like there's a lot of build-up with this one, and it's definitely very simplistic in execution, but it's not scary. And it's also not one that I walked away from and was just like, oh my god, that's like one of the best ones I've ever read or I've ever listened to. That being said, I'm not saying it's bad. It's certainly really well written. It's told from an interesting perspective, and I think the fact that not a lot happens somewhat plays into its advantage. It's a very simple story. I would recommend it, but again, not very scary.